Yo, what's up guys? Kusanagi here, and we're doing a Duet Night Abyss closed beta first impressions video. Want to talk about the game since the closed beta is now finished, and I played through it on stream for the last week or so. So let's go ahead and break it down.
Hey Internet, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to subscribe.
So we're going to start with the good. Fan service in this game is very nice. The characters are fire. There is customization, so you can change the coloring of your weapon and adjust your kits to fit your playstyle. This is a very nice touch, as the color options unlock through quest lines or are craftable materials. Grinding Heaven, you can essentially clear mobs on the world map or in combat events to level up your weapons and your characters. It's not a requirement to get XP materials, but you can get those materials as drops to very quickly level your characters when you don't really feel like grinding. Boss fights are interesting. The bosses themselves have differing mechanics. They have parts that can break. They have sequences and phases that require you to do specific things in order to weaken the boss to a point where you can finish them off. So this is a big change from a lot of the other anime gacha games that maybe have very one-dimensional or limited boss mechanics. Movement is great. There's smooth dashing, jumps, and air combat. I found myself enjoying the air combat a lot. It is probably going to be one of the more interesting points and reasons why I decide to continue playing this game once it launches. Training Room, this is a nice touch that was added by the development team. It allows you to change your build or make adjustments to your character and then fight against different mobs, maybe where you have advantage or a weakness against. So you can either learn the attacks or test out a new build to see how well it performs against those elite enemies. Choices matter. Every choice and interaction in the game gives you different dialogue options, and they result in a reputation system. I went the chaos route, which was basically just being a dick. And that opened new dialogue options during question lines, like being able to make threats against other characters in order to get them to comply and advance the story. It is a very nice touch because it now gives your main character some interesting dialogue options. It's not just a standard 2-option choice where they really don't actually matter at all. This game also allows you to take those choices and use them to get items from a shop. Alright, let's talk about the bad. So, some of the outfits I think are a little stiff. There's a lot of drip, but the physics are so-so. I think that this is something that could definitely be improved. There is no controller support, so if you wanted to play on controller for a long grinding session, that is not an option. So this is going to be a really keyboard warrior heavy one, at least for now. Boss fight grind. There is no sweep function. And unfortunately, because of this, you get 50 hits per week on all of the bosses for grinding 5-star rarity materials to craft a 5-star weapon and get the blueprint. The problem is you got to fight 50 times manually. I would like them to change this so you can allocate hits before you go in and fight a boss. So if you really need a specific piece to drop, you can allocate 5 hits on the boss and then go in and fight it once and get credit for 5 fights. Gacha Pain, it does take a really long time to get a 5-star character without spending. This was not a monetized CBT, and as such, you really had to grind for your first 5-star character, and the problem with that was you're trying to do quest lines. In the meantime, you're having to level characters that you're probably about 80 to 90% sure that you're not going to end up using in the future. And that also goes for weapons and wedges and other things that you probably aren't going to use once you get that 5-star rarity character or duplicates of a 4-star. Buggy side quests. There were a few side quests like the hide and seek event that really wasn't working for me. Audio issues. There are some areas that are way too quiet. There's really nice areas that have great audio and music, and then there's some places that just are very quiet, and I had to double check just to make sure that my headset hadn't died. Final map, there's a lot of confusing sections, I think, in this area of the game. It wants you to go to different parts to basically expose or shut down a reactor, and the layout, I think, in my view, is really bad. I wasted, I don't know how much time trying to find a door that was not very clear where it actually existed on the map. So what is my final verdict on Duet Night Abyss? I would say it has a solid potential. The mechanics are very fun, great movement, there's deep customization to the characters, and voice acting, in my view, is top-notch, both for Japanese and English. I didn't check the other languages, but I still think it needs polish before full release. So I'm going to be looking forward to the next beta test if they do that, and I will obviously give an update to this video as I'm an official content creator for the Duet Night Abyss program. So what do you think? Do you think that this game is hype or not? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like, follow, and sub for more gaming content. Bye bye!